Our guest today is Ramesh Kapur. He has been very active in politics in Massachusetts since 1980 and nationally since 1986. He has done a number of fundraising since then and also plays a key role in making or shaping US policies towards India and also on various issues in the United States as well. We are very happy to have him in our studio today. We are going to talk to him about what is happening politically in the United States today, especially given the increasing role of participation by the Indian American community in the US. Ramesh, welcome to our studio.
Thank you, Pinder.
And really, thank you very much for coming to our studio.
Thank you.
So let us start first that this year we see there are at least about 3 or 4 Indian American candidates who stand a very good chance of winning this year. Can you talk about that?
Well, the key people that are running that have a great shot is one is Kamala Harris. She's been the Attorney General, got re-elected with very popular vote, and she's running for the Senate
in California.
In California, taking Barbara Boxer's seat, and she is 32% in the poll. She's leading, and she's raising a lot of money, and she will be our first Indian American senator ever. So that's what I'm excited about. We are doing a small event.
Actually, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Since we were talking about Kamala Harris, I hear that you are doing a fundraising, very private fundraising for her.
That's right.
This coming weekend. So
That's right.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, all these candidates need a lot of money. To California especially, big state, you have to raise money. So in California, of course, she will need the votes other than just the money. But whenever they travel, they're traveling. This is the second time she has come to Boston, and they have to raise money. And usually they raise, they have to raise enough money for the campaign. So it's always good to do a small, higher dollar amount. And we are well off. We can afford $1,500 a person or $2,700 a couple. So that's the funds that she needs. She's also doing 2 or 3 other fundraisers in the Boston area with other folks. And I felt that if somebody else, the Attorney General Haley did a fundraiser for her last time, and I felt that if others are doing the fundraiser, there's no reason why we should not support our own.
Sure.
All right? Because at the end of the day, if we don't support our folks that are running, we cannot expect the others to give them money and give them the support.
So now, who are the other candidates in addition to Kamala Harris?
The other candidates are, there's another candidate from Illinois, Raja Krishnamurti. We did a fundraiser over here also. Some of the other, Nishish Acharya did a fundraiser over here, and raising money, and he has raised a lot of money around the country, and the Indian community has been generous in his campaign. He was a fellow with Obama administration. Axelrod has come out for it. He has an excellent chance also of becoming the second Congress person. Ami Bera, as you know, in California,
The current one
is only one, and this is now the second one.
Now, since you meant about Bera, so of about 500 congressmen, we have the Indian American community has only one.
Correct.
So if you look at other sectors of the economy, like say if you go to franchise or hospitality or academics or entrepreneurship,
Right.
or education,
Correct.
Indians dominate that market.
Absolutely.
Why they have failed in the political arena?
I think it's part of the reason is that we were so busy. Our generation was so busy making money, being successful in the fields that we are, like whether it's education, which is very important to us, entrepreneurship, small businesses. We have hotel motels.
Sure,
over 60%, 7-Elevens. all over that we did, we spent our time, energy to make the living. Then what we did is that we made sure that our next generation got the best education, all right? So they went to some good schools, they got the best education, and that's where the next generation looked at it as political science became popular, you know, and they got more interested in politics. We did a lot of internship, like the Indian American Forum for Political Education. We used to send a lot of interns to intern at House and the Senate. So once they are there, they got some experience, and they got the bug, they got the drive, all right? And that's what the reason also was that next generation started to run. More important, I can give a lot of credit to President Obama, because he's the first president that extensively got a lot of our next generation working for him, giving, and that's what you get. You get the experience, certain level. Now what is happening is that all these folks, after they get the experience, they have the confidence that they can run for office, all right? And the experience, that's key. And also what they also have is and if, you know, if the next generation, the next administration will give them, say, higher level jobs, and they could get more cabinet positions because they got some basic experiences at a certain point.
I think if you look at all the US presidents, it seems that Obama has a maximum number of Indian Americans in his higher level administration.
Absolutely, absolutely, he has. And the smart thing is that he has done is that he has got the next generation to get that, you know. The easy way would have been to get some of us to serve types in the different position and everything in the administration. But I think he made sure that the next generations got the experience. And that's the visionary, I believe, and a transformational president, you know, Obama is. There are only few that are transformational. Reagan was a transformational president. Even George W. was transformational. Yeah, his decisions were wrong, but it was transformational. Especially with the civil nuclear deal, U.S.-India, that was India relations was transformational. What it did to India in the civil nuclear deal is what like Nixon doing to China.
So you played some role into that nuclear deal with India.
Yeah, very much so. I spent 3 years of my time going Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to Washington to talk to every congressman and senator on the Democratic side. Our problem was that NPT, nuclear non-proliferation, is our base, Democratic base. It was very tough to work and keep working to convince it. But eventually, okay, we got 86% of the Democrats that voted for George W. ever. Any vote that has ever taken the highest number of bipartisan vote was on the civil nuclear deal of George W. and the Democrats hated it, all right, for obvious reasons.
Sure.
Right?
Now, talking about the Bush and the Democrats, with your experience, what we among Indians, we always talk about, the Republicans are good for India, or Democrats are. What is your take on that theory?
Well, both are good. Fortunately, both are good for India. At one time, the Republicans were the Democrats were all Jack Kennedy days that are there that are very positive. I remember Defense Minister Parikar, when he was over here this time, he talked in one of the small meetings. He remembers when he was 6 years old, there was this picture of Jack Kennedy, okay, and Nehru and Gandhi, right? He remembers that picture. 6 years, 6 years old he was, and that's what he was trying to tell the defense contractors and Indian leaders, that we want this U.S.-India relationship to get at the highest level, and so they both are Democratic side and the Republican side. But Republicans are now more and more for India too, because they think China is getting too aggressive in this area. At one time, they supported the dictators because it was Nixon who opened China.
Sure.
All right, for it. Which I think was a mistake. I think if he would have spent time opening India, it would be a different situation. Like you see now, the problems that we are having about one-sided trade, one side everything is there. I think if it was India, it would be both-sided. Yeah.
So, Ramesh, now coming back to our original discussion we started with the candidates. So we talked about Kamala Harris as a
Correct.
potential winner. We talked
Correct.
about Krishnamurti. What about Kumar Bharve?
Kumar Bharve is in my books. Kumar cannot do anything wrong. He has done everything perfect. What we can ask our Indian elected officials to do. He's been around for 25 years. He was a majority leader, a leadership position, and then he was he's now chair of Environment Committee, which is a top position, and that says that leadership is the thing. Other than that, he has always supported any Indians that are run, all right, giving them advice. Even if they're running on the Republican side, he's not written the check, he's done it. Ami Bera, when you had, Kumar was supporting. Everybody he has supported, he has given the insight of all the folks that have run, he's taken the time, he has spent it. Now he has his own race, all right?
Sure.
And
You did some fundraising for him too.
yeah, I did a fundraiser for him. He was over here in Massachusetts, and we are trying to raise. We are doing another event in February, Friday the 28th. We are doing one more event, and this is a time Nishit Acharya is doing with Sam, Samir Desai, and myself in his condo in Boston. We're doing an event, and we're going to raise money again for him. And the key part of all the three, if Kumar has enough money, he can definitely become a congressman, and more so, I believe that he will be in leadership position, and I can picture him, the leader in the Congress, in the House Representative, as a majority leader. I believe he has that potential and relationship with his colleagues, and that will be another biggest pride of him getting elected. And the key part of us is going to be, it's very critical for Kumar to make sure that we raise enough money for him, and he will become the somebody. I remember the first time 25 years back he came and he asked me some money, and I wrote him a check, and I thought he was money for Congress, but it was state legislature, and I asked him two things. I said, Kumar, one thing is, don't embarrass us, and he has not embarrassed us. Okay. And the second thing is, go around the country with me, okay? Mobilize the community, because you're going to be, that's where the community, your generation will be mobilized. Mobilize your generation, show them how you did it, and he has done it, he has kept it, that area. So it's very important we raise enough money for him.
So what will be your advice now as far as the new generation is concerned, that if the community wants to be active or somebody wants to run for the elections,
Right.
what are the things they should be doing right now?
Well, I mean, internship is one of them. They're getting experience, working, taking time off, and with administration, working as staff, chief of staffs, and different policy thing in different congressmen and senators. All right, that's where you get the experience, and then that, and of course the DNC is there or the RNC is there, will give them enough experience grooming. And we have a whole teaching classes and everything how to do it. But the key part is that whether you have it or not, that Upinder, at the end of the day, that's the important part, all right?
So now we have 1 in 500 today
Right,
in the Congress.
correct.
How will you
Well,
predict saying that?
also Tulsi is, technically Tulsi is also,
Sure, yeah,
technically Tulsi is also part of us.
True, yes, yeah, no.
Maybe not 100, but she's there,
Yeah,
she's right there,
absolutely.
supporting, Indian causes and
Absolutely,
Indian things,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely,
Okay?
sure. So let us take 2
Yeah.
or 1.5, okay?
1 and 3/4.
1 and 3/4, okay. So in the next 10 years, how do you look at the 500 number versus 1.5.
So I think in the next 10 years, we can really add to the level of the Jewish American community.
Mm.
Okay? The Jewish community has a lot of senators, a lot of congressmen, people, and I see that potential in the Jewish community evolved the same way that we are evolving. They got into education, sciences, they got into business, and then also they got into movies. Okay, because movies were only open. They went through the same struggles initially.
But now you can say the
Yeah.
same thing, that Indian American actors and big demand.
That's what I'm saying. I'm coming right there.
Yeah.
Now we have the opportunity, Bollywood and everything, you're going to see Indian actors,
Yeah.
but that field is now meritocracy, is very open and everything. You will see them coming. So we've always followed the Jewish community. They've opened up areas of golf clubs, golf, membership, this, that. They've opened everything, and we are just following that same formula that you see, with the Jewish community, what happened, it was Roosevelt who brought them into the administration when he was the governor of New York, okay? And we have the same thing now happening with Barack Obama, President Obama. He is bringing a whole team of our next generations that then can run for office, and I see that same parallel coming in. And also the relationship with India and Israel is really better and better.
Sure. But still, I want you to throw a number in next 10 years.
10 years, I would like to get at least 15 to 20 congressmen, a few senators, and a governor. We already had governor, Bobby Jindal we had.
Sure.
Bobby Jindal had, he ran for the presidency. At least he has the chutzpah.
And also another governor in Carolina, right?
I'm sorry, Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley,
and she could be potential
Vice
vice president too.
for everybody, yeah,
Could
absolutely.
be, but she had charisma. I don't know how women are in the Republican Party, but she has charisma. And Bobby Jindal just has to take a few lessons, and it's not, Margaret Thatcher took a lot of lessons before she came.
Absolutely.
So there's no reason, you should see what she was before and how she projected herself. And I think Bobby Jindal needs that, okay, a lot. And then if he gets that lessons, facial gestures, stuff like that. Unfortunately, that he had the opportunity with State of the Union speech, and he blew it. Okay,
Yeah.
And Nikki Haley had it, and she did a much better job.
She did a fantastic
Yeah,
job.
okay.
She was praised by everybody.
That, of course. All right. But the point is, that's the charisma. That's what you have. Kamala Harris has it. Raja has it. Because I've supported a lot of.
The other candidate, I think people have been talking about, Joe Khanna.
Yeah, Ro Khanna. Yeah, Ro Khanna is in California. He has raised a lot of money, $2.1 million, which money is not the only thing. And he has lost a couple times. I think this time, if he has a good shot of it, because he learned from his mistakes. And my guess is if Bernie Sanders is the nominee, he'll be the next congressman too. Okay?
Right.
Because that change, people want different. Instead of Mike Honda, which the same has been for years and years. This will give that thing to him. And he lost narrowly. And he has enough funds, and he's done a great job in the Indian community over there has really supported him.
Sure.
Huge. And the thing is that he keeps going back to them, keep asking them, and that's with anything, whether you own a PO business. What is business? You got to keep asking, And I usually say, I've been married 42 years. I'm selling every day to my wife.
Yeah.
Right? I keep asking.
I should learn something from you.
All right. Okay. All right. So.
Okay. Now, one more question for you is, when it comes to the fundraising for political purposes, what has been your experience with the Indian community?
I think compared to the Asian community, the Asian community doesn't give much, okay, compared to what we give. We've always given more, okay. and because we're democracy, we're used to democracy, we're used to that system. You have to understand our community. I have always raised enough money for the community, okay? And I love to raise Indian money from them. Not only they write me the check, they give me the respect also. Most of the time you don't get both of it, okay?
Sure.
But you got to understand what is the important issue, what is important to them. And you can't expect our community or any of the, that's what I keep stressing to all our folks that are next generation or whoever's running for office, okay? Don't expect they're just going to give it. They're not lobbyists, okay? Lobbyists need something that they will do. Business needs something, okay? They're happy, they have good jobs, they have everything, okay? This is for, you got to touch more important things than just quid pro quo, all right?
Now this is my really last question.
Yeah,
So let's talk about your magic number 15 to 20
yeah,
congressmen
Right.
in next 10 years.
correct,
To achieve that goal,
right,
give me 5 things
right.
the Indian American community in the US would do.
Well, one is, don't get disappointed if your kids are going for political science, kids are interested in politics, okay? Politics is not a dirty word, it's not a dirty profession. And I think it will be great, that will be our gift to America, that we will bring new ideas, new things, different perspective, all right? Like Barack Obama brought different perspective. The country is ready for it, all right? So, you want to look at that part. It's like Modi now. Modi is a transformational prime minister. He's as much politics is clean. He is cleaned as much as you practically can. He's transformational. The defense minister is transformational in the defense area. So that's where it's same thing. I think we can bring much more cleaner politics, and the next generation of politics also be cleaner anyway, into and make politics more prestigious or more chic than that is. So that's to the parents, okay, that I have. Second thing, my advice for this to happen is to make sure that U.S.-India relationship is strong, because that's the important part. If those countries are took on, then the rest of the population. At the present time, the polls that are there. 4 years back, the polls were taken by the average American. 86% look favorably for India. 84% is for Israel. India is even more, 86%. Right? So that U.S.-India relationship is important, and that's what it reflect with all the people that are. And the third thing is what you have. Our ace in the hole is disposable income. Okay, you got to put in there. All right, and like Bhagavad Gita says, what you spend on yourself, or what you don't spend on yourself, or you don't give to charity, which I believe politics is charity, because we are not asking anything back. All right, okay, it's all destroyed. All right. And that's the key part. Those are basically 3 things, major things, that are important to them, because they will take the education part. The other thing will be done: how to run, how to do the dynamics, the I's and T's. But this is the main part as a thing. All right.
Excellent.
It's very simple.
Now, I cannot let you go without asking this one.
Yeah.
Clinton versus Sanders.
Yeah. If I was, I think Clinton, Sanders has, like Trump, okay, is riding the wave. In politics, you got to ride the wave to win, and that's the key path. Whether you call it momentum, more riding the wave. All right. And that I picked up from Mike Dukakis' days, when I really got involved in understanding American politics. You got to ride the wave, Okay, Obama had the wave. He rode the wave. Okay, Sanders has the wave. Trump has the wave. All right. Now, how it's going to play, we don't know, but they have the momentum.
The wind is in their favor right now.
At the timing,
At the
timing,
time.
at the present time, the timing is at the mood of the populace and everything, and so that's basically it.
Excellent. Ramesh, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
It was very nice.